Zero. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I wish, I'm showing my age right now. I'm talking Mr. Roger talk. And, for those who don't know who Mr. Roger is, he was on PBS in the 70s and 80s, would do this educational type thing. He would come in with his sweater and change his clothes, not all of his clothes by means, but he would change his clothes and he would sing to the kids and he would talk to the kids like I'm talking to you right now. Heidi, neighbor. Welcome to Belive Weekly. I'm so happy to be here this week. We got an action-packed show this week, and I'm not. If you're going like, what's the matter with Jeff Adams right now? I'm not wearing my glasses because last week there was a glare. People were like, I can see his computer monitor, so I'm trying. If I go blind and if I'm like messing stuff up, blame the eyesight, folks, because that's what's going on. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Let's say, hey, Ryan, how's it going? Jacqueline's in here, and we got Deedar in the house. So we'll wait for people. We got 33 people in the broadcast right now. So we're gonna roll with this thing. I'm my co-host Stephen Healy. He does a segment every week, which is he gives this guy. Let me tell you something. I'm nominated for one award for like Male Broadcaster of the Year. This guy's nominated for Male Broadcaster of the Year, and the other one he can pop up and share. It's a different category. It's for BeLive.tv. So this guy's a machine. This guy, Larry, I kid you not, he's probably got like 18 shows he does a week.
Wow.
I kid you not. So, and he brings great streaming tips. Let's bring up the great Stephen Healy to the broadcast right now. And hey, Stephen, how's it going?
It's going well. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon, Jeff and Larry. And there is nothing better on BeLive TV to listen to two friends at the top of the game talking about what they enjoy doing. And I've been sat here in the lobby, in the green room, just listening in. And it's been a pleasure to do that. And I've learned things.
Question, let me ask you, what you were smoking, was that electronic pipe that you got?
It wasn't on camera then, Jeff. It was a vape. It was a vape.
No, I saw it.
Out. It was no. It was a vape. Right. Okay. So yeah, I've learned about.
Okay. All right. I'll let you go. Go.
Thank you. I've learned about lights, and I want to give a shout out actually because this is networking, and to Leland and Bob. And it's good to see Leland and Bob watching, and Christine as well. Now, and to learn what the best budget camera is, and that we're all C920 users. And I just love the fact that BeLive goes out and we can reach out to people and get to know people, because this is all about building relationships, getting to know each other.
Absolutely.
And when you're actually hosting a show, I mean, our strategies change over time. The more video we do, the more video you do, the more you learn. And you need to adapt your strategy to suit your audience, because we're still pioneers and we're still refining the best practice. Hello, Leland. There is no best practice yet. Nobody's written the manual on it. No, we don't need to, because as Larry said, this is about friendship. It's about chatting. It's about getting people involved and turning viewers into participants and friends. In fact, I say it again, live streaming is the best form of networking there's ever been, because we can meet with the audience. Now, what I'm suggesting, in light of my just saying that we learn and adapt, is that if you are running a regular show, that you actually run a meet with the audience session, just for them, just for everybody who's watching. So rather than doing it to a topic, you do it, say, I'd like to talk to you tonight about you. Yeah. And you do the warm up as you do so expertly, Jeff, and say hello to everybody.
Yeah.
And the best I've ever seen is Social Media Examiner, where they ask people where they're from. Okay. And people type in where they're from, and that's shown on screen. That gets people involved from the get-go. And then you can feature people's comments and discuss their comments, invite them on screen. Now, I've done all that before, and inviting people on screen with BeLive is straightforward. But the extra steps that you can take, if you wish, is to visit the comments after the show and make replies so that people know that you've actually seen their comments. Rather than, I mean, when we've got a show like this with over 80 people watching, the comments fly through. So you need to revisit the comments. But it is networking. You can, as you're going through the comments, note who's there.
Right.
And you can make new connections. If somebody said something of interest to you and it's in your field of what you're going to do, then get them involved, connect with them, send them a message after the show. And the thing you said earlier, Jeff, which I love, is that you actually watch 4 or 5 shows a day. Now, I do the same. I'm watching other people's shows, joining other people's shows, just go on camera as a guest is another way to break out and to increase not only the audience that you have, but their audience as well. So what I'm saying is use live video. I'll take my crib sheet down. Use live video to get people engaged and build your own network. Set up a Facebook group, get people involved. Use Belive TV as a place to network. That's awesome. My this week.
That's awesome. You always bring so much knowledge, man. And my question is too, it's like, man, how the heck do you do it all, man? I mean, how do you guest on all these shows and then do all these shows that you have? I mean, I literally, I mean, you're on UK time, you're in the UK. And so you're probably starting around 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with some of your shows. But I mean, you're a beast. When do you sleep?
I sleep like everybody else from midnight till about 8 in the morning. So I'll own up to doing 8 hours skip a night. But I think the thing is that I like you with the show tonight, I don't do it alone. I mean, I have the pleasure of sitting down with Leland and talking about things both sides of the pond. I've got the pleasure of sitting down with David and with Tina, all Belivers. And of course, there's the infamous Blabbing for Britain every Thursday, which is 4 of us co-hosting. So I never do the shows alone. And thank you to T. Allen for that comment. I think we're all learning. I mean, this is new stuff. This is to borrow a phrase from Chris Ripka, who may be in the audience. This is raw and real. This is not rehearsed.
Right.
None of what we're doing now is rehearsed. But the chat wasn't rehearsed earlier.
But if you can learn anything from Stephen, is because what Stephen's preaching, he's actually practicing in his live streaming. Because everybody adores Stephen. I mean, he has built a community where he supports. I mean, that's the cool thing about being part of the Belivers group on Facebook. There's a support system, but Steve is an integral part of that group where he like connects people and he invites people to shows. And if you're looking to grow an audience, listen to everything Stephen Healy is telling you. It's crucial because it's not about just being in front of the camera, spewing your message. It's about connecting with what you're trying to say and connecting and building online relationships, asking someone, hey, can you co-host a show with me? My co-host just bailed. And the Belivers group is phenomenal for that. And Stephen is probably the poster boy, the poster man for that. I mean, he kills it. And that's something that you can take from that. If you're looking to grow your brand, learn from those traits and take anything that you could possibly take and build relationships. Because it's just not about taking that one show. It's, connecting with that person offline and saying, hey, I really enjoyed your show. I watched your broadcast, supporting them, sharing that broadcast. And if you haven't shared this broadcast today, I recommend if you get anything out of it, maybe, you feel encouraged to share it, you can share it. But man, Stephen, you and congratulations on the nominations for the Video Streaming Awards. That's fantastic. It couldn't come to a better man than yourself for doing that.
You are so kind. And I return the compliment tenfold because you organize this show every week and it's always a blast to be a part of it, and the guests that you get on here are phenomenal, and the knowledge that's been imparted freely tonight everybody will use. And I'm going to watch the replay because there are tips in this show which can be taken to heart, and at a reasonable cost we can all improve what we're doing, which is good. Now I just want to give one final shout out because I know you'll let me. If you're watching this show and you're wondering how we're doing this, then you can do it too. As Jeff said earlier, this is straightforward to use, and Belive TV have got a new initiative which started last week, which is called Belive in 5. And we cover 5 separate points: your camera, your broadband, agenda, and we take you live in 15 minutes. You go from 0 to going live on Facebook. It's all free. There's a
lost him there. Hang on a second. Repeat that last thing, Stephen.
Right. Okay. There is the Belive.tv support, which is Belive in 5. There's a Udemy course to go with it. It's totally free. We'll put a link in this post afterwards. Thank you for listening to me. This has been Stephen in Wiltshire in England. Take care.
Thank you, Stephen. So if anybody's got any questions for Larry, I'm going to pop a link in here. I think someone's been waiting in here in the chat. I'll pop her up in a second, but let me pop the link in here. If you guys got any questions for Larry, guests, I mean, we're talking about celebrities, so can't share it, but it's coming. So in the weeks to come, I'm trying to find guests for you guys that will make you guys excited, be engaged. Larry is a great guest because he's passionate about photography, live streaming, and I want to help you guys make better broadcasts. So with me booking these bigger guests, I want to show you maybe and have the ability to ask questions to some of these higher profile guests like celebrities and give you kind of the comfort feel where you can go in and interview anybody who you want. Like in the Belivers group, I think it was yesterday, Sunday or Saturday, something I posted and said, who would be your top person that you would want to interview on a BeLive.tv? And it just went crazy. Some people said Oprah. Some people said, you know, so-and-so, the Pope, you know, the list went on. So I want to encourage you, dream big, dream hard, and go get those dreams. It doesn't hurt to ask for an interview. It doesn't. So if you want to go after somebody, go do it. BeLive.tv gives you the platform to do that. Dream big and stay focused. And we'll see you guys next week for another BeLive Weekly. And thank you so much. And I'm honored to do this every single week. Thank you so much for paying attention, and we'll see you soon.